Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya if you're new, and today I'm going to be doing a flip through of this book. At the end, I also will be doing a little color with me, a little short clip of showing how I color in this book with a voiceover and explanation. So I hope you stay tuned for that and check it out. Let's get into the flip through. So this book is called Florimania, coloring book. And the name of the illustrator is Raveenas. So that's the title page right there. So I received this book from the illustrator. It is the hard bound book, and she actually sent me the information on where to get this, the hardcover, if you want. There is a soft cover Amazon printed version as well. So I'm going to leave the information below. And the paper is really nice in here. I did do some testing on it, and I will tell you exactly. Here's her Amazon store. She also has a YouTube channel, and I'm going to link that below as well. These are her other books. And I really like that she included a color palette page, and I would call this a testing page for mediums, really. So everything worked nicely except for water-based markers. So water-based markers do ghost through. Well, that's alcohol, but the water-based markers do kind of ghost a little bit, but that's not the problem since it's single-sided. But it kind of soaks in the paper, so I wouldn't use water-based markers here. But watercolors did work really nicely in here. These are pencils. This is acrylic marker, and alcohol marker also works really nicely in here. So, but the water-based marker, not so much, because it kind of like soaks in really, really quickly. So let's get into the flip through. I love that one. That's beautiful. I think that's the one that Coloring with Kay did. She did a beautiful job. I loved her page. And I love that there's like a border here. So love this one too. Makes me want to do a background immediately. So hopefully I will have more color with me's in this book coming up. And Raveenas did say that this was not a mistake. It was meant to be kind of all the way to the bottom. Let me just open that in here. I don't know if it's stitch bound or glue bound. I think it's glue bound, so we have to be careful. But yeah, the paper is really nice for watercolor. Here I used alcohol marker for the background. So this is a page that I'm starting, and I want to use metallic watercolors for the rest of that. And here you have two different designs, which is really cool. So if you guys like to color flowers and patterns, this might be a nice book for you. I love that it's hardbound. Oh my God, I love that. It just makes my day. Love a hardbound book. I love this one. That'll be fun to color. This is a really busy page. That's going to be fun. A lot going on here. I would probably do a dark background, maybe with my Pitt pens in there. I love this. I would use watercolor here for sure. And here I would do a watercolor background as well, I think. Very interesting pattern. It kind of reminds me of like Baroque style of drawing flowers. You know, the Baroque style. It kind of reminds me of that. I do have a Baroque coloring book, and it does remind me of that for sure. I apologize for my voice. I was sick. I did get sick after my kids got sick. So thank you for all your well wishes. It's really nice of you. And we are all doing better. Thank goodness. It was like a flu type thing. Oh, I love that. Here's the page that I did. And in the color with me, you're going to see what I used for this gold effect in the background. I love how the background came out. It was a lot of fun. And I based this with watercolor. So I hope you check out the little clip at the end of me explaining how I did this page. Oh, I love that. It'd be fun to go through here and just color whatever I want. I think I'm going to do that. I like this one too. This one's more detailed, maybe for some fine liners, maybe the Langout gel pens, some other gel pens. I hope you can kind of see that her style is very interesting, very, very cool. Kind of classical, I would say. Tulips, so I love that. And you have like a little bit of like a molding kind of Baroque wall trimming there, kind of looks like. That seems like she got inspired by that era. Love that with watercolors. I would definitely do that. Ooh, this is very detailed, very awesome. That would be fun to go in here and do a background with something very fine. And kind of how to approach a busy page is start with the background. Take like a good pen or marker and start doing the background. Everything will pop up and it will be so much easier. So I am excited to do more in this book for sure. Oh, I love this. This is one of my favorites for sure. You get a lot for your money. Look how many pages. Wow. A really nice quality book. This is interesting. I would probably do an oil pastel background here because you have a nice big space. Here as well, I would do that. That's really pretty. Here too. And that is barcode. So yeah, that is the book. I love it. It is nice and thick and the paper is thick. So let's get into the color with me section. So I have already done the entire background with a granulating watercolor. And I also based the flowers with watercolor. One of them with like a light bluey kind of, and another one with a purple, and then the leaves with like this mint green. So that's where I'm starting at this color with me. And you can see I started taking pencils on top, and I used an indigo for the darkness. Then I'm using this darker blue here, brighter blue. And I'm just creating a gradient on top of the watercolor that I based. So watercolor is a wonderful base, and it speeds up your pencil work so much. So here you can see I'm adding some more pencils, purples, light blues, just to make it more interesting and pretty. And I did leave white, if you could see when I based with the watercolor, I did leave white at the top of the petals for the highlight. And you can always go on top of that with pencil, but it's great to leave white for the highlight if you can. On the leaves, I didn't need to leave highlight because I wanted to make them what I based them with was going to be the lightest color anyway. So you can see that I'm going on top with pencil on this purple flower. And I'm using like purpley blues and purples. These are my Holbein pencils because it's just what's on my desk. So, and I really like using them in mixed media actually. Then I basically I went on top with the leaves with a dark teal and added shading. Now I'm taking the Langau gel pens and covering the black lines so that, especially where the highlight is, I'm using a lighter color. And where the shadow is, I'm using the darker teal color. So I'm just covering the lines here with the Langau gel pen. I did skip a couple of steps, I apologize, but here I'm showing how I am going on top with a pencil and then the Langau gel pens. You could see the whole process there. Now I am taking some dark maroons and adding darkness to the background to define the flowers to make them pop. I'm adding a little bit of darkness right on top there on the background. So, and I'm kind of framing the flowers basically. So wherever there's a flower, I'm framing it with some darker maroon pencil. And it just helps to make the flower kind of pop. So that's what I'm doing there. Again, I'm using just a bunch of different Holbein pencils, whatever I have in my little cup, my pencil cup. So dark browns, I think that color is called Raisin. I love that color. Now is the fun part. I am taking my new pastels that I got from a viewer. You will see it in a coloring update if you haven't already. They are the Sennelier iridescent oil pastels. And I am going on top adding that beautiful gold to parts of the background. And it really adds so much depth and beautiful color. So I love the effect that it creates. So yeah, and I just really love that color. So this is how it came out. I really like how it came out. I love the colors. And I definitely want to use the oil pastels, the metallic oil pastels more in other pages in this book. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are enjoying your coloring this month, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.